everybody, part of living in the United States of America, you know, we look at the weather in the morning. You know, is it going to snow today? You know, what do I have to do? Do I need an umbrella? You know, we look at the weather. We check our plague transmission levels. You know, like, how many people have the plague in my city right now? Okay, all right, well, you know, how many people have the plague at this restaurant? All right, only 89% of the people there have the plague, so I'll probably skip that, you know, maybe. Right, but also one of the other things that we do as Americans is we check our daily mass shooting forecast, everybody. So here we have another mass shooting. 7 killed in Half Moon Bay as California mourns earlier mass shooting. I mean, by the way, let's talk about a headline. You know? Like, motherfuckers can't even mourn the mass shooting for like 24, 48 hours. And then someone else was like, fuck you, I'm gonna steal the limelight. I'm gonna go do my own mass shooting. So, let's see, what do we have here? Half Moon Bay, California. A gunman killed 7 people in 2 locations in Half Moon Bay, Calif on Monday. Shaking a state, still mourning after another mass shooting just days before. The police arrested Zhao Chunli, age 67, of Half Moon Bay in connection with the shootings after he was found in his car in the parking lot of a San Mateo County Sheriff's Office substation in town, the Sheriff's Office said, and there was no continuing threat for the community. He was taken into custody without incident and was fully cooperating, Sheriff blah 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 said. Investigators have not established a motive, according to the blah blah blah. Governor Gavin Newsom wrote on Twitter, what did he say? Tragedy upon tragedy. You know, isn't that great? Tragedy upon tragedy. You know, if I'm a politician, I gotta be honest, man. If I'm a politician, I love mass shootings. You know, because every time that there's some mass shooting, everyone's like, what does the governor have to say? And they always, like, say some stupid-ass bullshit, like, stump speech garbage. Like, oh, it's so sad. Yes, it's so sad. So tragic. So tragic. At least one of the 2 locations was a plant nursery, the sheriff's office said. There were farm workers affected tonight. There were children on the scene at the incident. This is truly heartbreaking tragedy in our community. 4 people were found dead at a location near Highway 92, and a 5th person with life-threatening injuries was taken from the site to Stanford Medical Center. So anyway, it was in the afternoon when kids were out of school. For children to witness this is unspeakable. That's what the sheriff says. Yeah, because children never witness violence in this country, right? They never. When have children ever witnessed violence in this country? This is the first time it's ever happened. But anyway, you know, I'm here to tell you that there's a mass shooting that happened. Is anything going to change? No. There's mass shootings in this country like every fucking day, you know? You know? So, we're not going to do anything. I maintain my position that it's already over. The House of Cards is already collapsing. We're just watching it happen in slow motion, you know? There's nothing you can do. Once the House of Cards starts to fall, there is nothing you can do to keep it up. It's just, it's going to happen. You're going to watch it fall. Country's not going to do anything. You know, Americans are too dumb and lazy to do anything. Our politicians are too corrupt and dumb to do anything. And we're all just going to cry and whine about M&Ms and transgenders while we kill each other for fun and for entertainment. So, that's pretty great. According to Bob in the chat, 39 mass shootings so far this year, and it's on the 24th day. You know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, we're almost at like, what, 2 to 1? You know, we're working on it. You know, a couple more mass shootings. If anyone wants to try to do like 2 a day, 3 a day, we'll catch up to that. But pretty good. But again, we just live in a degenerate society. It's just, that's just how it is, you know? When we live in a society where like 20 to 30% of the country are insane fascistic psychopaths, and somehow they control half the government, like they control 52% of the government somehow. 20% of the country, 52% of the government, make it make fucking sense. I don't fucking know. But, you know, so we live in a fucked up hell world, and then everyone else just doesn't give a shit. So we got 20% of the country fucked up fascists. 80% of the country, they don't give a fuck. So, yeah, we're just going to let a bunch of people control our country, give a bunch of insane psychopaths a bunch of guns, and then just sit back and watch the show. People ask me, why don't you leave the house? Do you read the fucking news? I know people that have been in mass shootings that have survived. You know, I don't know anyone who's died in a mass shooting. I know people that have died of COVID, but, you know, so I'm not leaving the fucking house. You want me to interact with Americans? Americans? Really? Have you met Americans? Have you ever been in a room with Americans? I'm not leaving the fucking house. Jesus Christ. Whenever I leave the house, I treat it like it's Fallout. They're ghouls. They're irradiated creatures, you know. They're giant, like, you know, crabs, you know. Like, that's how I view them. Americans, they're freaks. I don't know what to tell you. I hate my fellow American. You know, what did that fucking one president say? You know, fucking something about your fellow American. Fuck my fellow American. And I'm not talking about the good dick way. I don't want to fuck my fellow American either. No, I don't necessarily mind if my fellow American fucks me. That said, either way, we're talking about mass shootings. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Honestly, yawn. Boring. Only 7 people died? Boring. Boring. Only 7. Come on. That's rookie numbers. We gotta pump those numbers up, bro. Only 7 killed. Imagine you're 67 years old and you're gonna fucking end your life, you know, gonna spend the rest of your life in a cell for 7 kills. Embarrassing. So, anyway, that's America, baby. That's America.